computer. Okay, good evening, everybody. I am really excited, and I am excited that you're here. I'm excited that Sandy's here because I know she went to Diamond Bound, and I'm really excited that Jillian's here because she attended Diamond Bound, and we're going to collaborate our notes and share with you some of the highlights. I mean, to the best of our ability. We want you to chime in, ask questions. There's no PowerPoint. This is where we're just teaching each other about what we learn. So let's do this. Let's recap. The first person who spoke on Saturday morning was Jordan Schrant. And I think it was 3 things that she told us to do while we were learning. And this is something that we want to all be open to. Number 1, be coachable. No one knows it all. And no one will ever know it all. Got a bunch of people in the waiting room. Okay. Okay, so coming on now.
Go ahead and make me co-host and I can take care of that.
Make you co-host?
Mm-hmm.
Make co-host. Okay. All right. So be coachable. We all need to learn to just be open to a different paradigm, a different way of thinking, a different way of looking at things. So be open-minded. The second thing that she said was take notes. Take lots and lots of notes. And make something. She uses this every Diamond Bound. This was the 6th Diamond Bound. And I know Sandy and I have been to 3. Yeah, this is my 3rd. And Jillian has been to 2. And Lee, is this your first Diamond Bound?
This was my very first, and it was amazing.
It was amazing. Yes. And so she always calls it the hot list. So making bullet points, about certain things. This is your hot list. So anything that stands out, write it down. And you should have already wrote down, be coachable. Always take plenty of notes. And the third thing is apply what you learn and block out time to apply it in your business daily. Now, whatever that looks like for you, because I know some people work. And if you put 1 hour a day in, that's 6 hours a week. I mean, take a day off. And you can get a huge amount accomplished. A huge amount accomplished. I got on the silver and above call on Friday night. But I did not take notes because she didn't tell me to take notes until Saturday. No, that's a pretty poor excuse. But I know that some of you were. Can you share anything about what is it? Well, it was distributor to executive?
It was silver and above. Are you looking for executive below or silver and above?
Yeah, it was executive and below and silver and above. And I listened to silver and above. But if you guys have notes on executive below, share them right now.
It was extremely similar, Christina. It was extremely similar. I didn't see really anything different. Did you, Lee? Did you listen to both of them?
I did listen to both of them. And so basically her approach to them was silver and above. You are absolutely hands down a leader. And so the things I'm going to talk to you about being coachable, taking notes, these are the things I want you to pass to your team. And executive and below, the points were basically the same, but these are the things I want you to do. So 1 was you're a leader, pass it to their team. 1 was self-application. And that was the key difference, I think.
Yeah. And she also said in the silver and below, that you should hang with people that are successful. Don't think you're going to stay in your lane and willy-nilly it to the top. You have to watch what people that are successful are doing and hang out with people if you can that are successful.
Absolutely. I think that that is really important because we gather energy from the people that we hang around. We gather energy from the people we hang around. And if you want success energy, if you want Royal Crown Diamond energy, you want diamond energy, you got to hang around diamonds. You got to hang around people who have the energy that you're seeking. So yes.
She specifically said, sit at the feet of success.
There you go.
That was the quote I wrote down.
That's beautiful. All right, so should we go back into Saturday? Did anybody?
Saturday was a fire hose.
Well, there was a Friday evening. Jordan talked about freedom Friday evening, and it was really basically personal freedom, taking control of your thoughts, your life, making decisions that are not programmed by somebody else. What did you get from that, Lee?
Oh,
It was a lot.
I have so many pages of notes from Friday night. You know, y'all, it's
Friday night.
Walk in confidence. Talk your you have freedom. Don't go to your default. Just you can conquer obstacles. You can solve problems. You are your own advocate. Think for yourself. Don't fall. Dare to be different and move in a different stream and think for yourself and research and stand firm and be confident in that firmness. How about that?
Oh,
I'll leave it.
I loved it.
That's perfectly.
Perfect.
That is exactly what she said.
So, and what you're going to find as we do the recap notes is that a lot of this builds on each other and a lot of it interweaves with each other, because she talked about reaching out to people. But when you reach out to people, you have to have that mindset that Lee was just talking about. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to feel like you have something that you can deliver like nobody else. You know, we are all very unique. And we all bring to the table unique talents that God has given us. And we need to be grateful for those talents and recognize them and appreciate them. Because I find that the biggest stumbling block in this business is lack of self-confidence. And that couples with fear of, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to push them into something that they don't want to do. I don't,
I'm not enough.
I'm not enough.
I'm not good enough to do that.
I don't know enough about the oils. I don't know enough about the business. You have to change your mindset. And this is what was being talked about all weekend.
Yeah.
Reaching out, connecting, and getting engaged with others is the only way that your business is going to grow. It is the only way your business is going to grow. The thing that they made very clear is that this is a people's business, people business. If you don't like people, this is not a business for you. Because all it is connecting and caring, genuinely caring for others. That is what it's about. It really isn't about selling. And she's going to get into that here in just a minute. some of the ways that you can do this, connect with people, get engaged with others, and reach out to others, is you can do it in person. You can give somebody a call. You can use social media platforms. Lee is very good at this, and I really want her to give us a class some Thursday night, maybe. I know I asked her a while back, but we haven't connected recently. So, but Instagram, Facebook, and they did a lot of training on that. And I don't know if we'll get to that training tonight. We might have to do a separate training, but that's okay because we're here to learn. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, in person, phone calls, texting. But you must seek out others. And when you find those other people, you do not vomit on them with Young Living and try to convince them that this is something that they need. What you do is that you ask questions. You let them talk. You show them that you care more about what they have to say than you care about what you have to say. Because if they don't, what are the 3 words, ladies? Trust. It's if they don't know, trust, and
Like they have to
Like
they have
you.
to know you to like you, and they have to know you and like you to trust you. Okay, right? It's know and like and trust.
absolutely. Yes. So they need to know you, like you, and trust you. And how are they going to do that? If you're not willing to listen to them, if you just want to throw on them what you've got, you're missing the boat. So ask questions, especially if you're doing Facebook and you're going to a group, maybe that you have a like interest and you want to start engaging with people that you don't know. You need to comment on their posts. I know Lee is really good at this. She's joined quite a few groups. Extrapolate on that, Lee.
So I think the best way, the nice thing about social media, y'all, is that your warm market never goes cold because you're always meeting new people if you are engaged in groups that you love. So one thing that they talked about first session on Friday, at least Bethany did, was reaching out to people in your cold market. And on Facebook, it is groups, and on Instagram, hashtags, and it's finding ones that are applicable to you. You're not going into these groups for the sole purpose of selling any kind of bottle of oil. You're going into these groups to make relationships and connections with people who have things in common with you. I am a guru gardener. I love gardening inside and outside. I'm buried in plants in my house and outside. So that's a really good place for me to start, is organic gardening, urban gardening. So I find groups, whether they're local in the St. Louis area or wherever, and you connect in those, right? You connect in those places and you comment on people's posts. If people aren't commenting on your comments, then you jump in and you comment on their comments, and you try to make connections, not for the purpose of selling oils again, but for the purpose of connecting and building your network and making new friends, right? Making new connections. And it's through those connections that you will then become friends with them on Facebook or following each other on Instagram, and they will get to know you. You will get to know them. They'll like you. I like you. You like me. We like each other. We trust each other. And wow, wait, what is this you're putting on your plants? Way cool. Tell me a little bit more. And the oils just kind of happen after that. Does that answer your question, Christina?
Yeah. And then there was something else that went with that, and that is your success in this depends on your energy, and what you put out is what you're going to receive. So she mentioned energy bringing momentum to your team and momentum to attracting people. So make sure what you're putting out is very positive and good energy.
Yes.
For sure, positive energy, and it takes work, you guys. It's not like you don't make think about in your own world going and sitting with the baseball moms or soccer moms, or maybe your grandma. I don't know where all you guys are in your walk of life, but it takes effort and takes work to build relationships, whether it's in person, which is a little more limited because of COVID, or online, which is a really great place now, especially because of COVID, right? It takes time and it takes effort and take work. But if you will spend time every day engaging with people in person or in your Facebook groups, the ones that you've joined of similar interests, and in your hashtag groups on Instagram, you will make amazing new connections, amazing new friends, and they will then see you walking this walk, living this lifestyle, using the products as a part of your daily life, and they will ask questions and they will engage in you because you're happy and excited. And look, I'm spraying my plant with leaves.
So see, it all has to do with authenticity. It all has to do with honesty and integrity. It all has to do with caring about other people. I have a philosophy, and that is we are here to serve. And if we're not serving, we're wasting a space on the planet. And however you do that, whether we've got a chiropractor on, Carrie. Hey, Carrie, it's always good to see you. You know, we have a daycare worker, April. You know, we're in every walk of our life, we're serving others. And so it's no different here. We are just wanting to be there and care. People want to be acknowledged. People want to know that somebody else cares about them. They don't want to be sold. They don't want to be sold. So you're going to compliment them. You're going to comment and commit to this, to mastering this skill of being kind and being friendly and being patient. And this is how all of these diamonds and above have built their business. They definitely have not built their business through coercion. Is that the right word?
Coercion.
Coercion, yeah, they haven't built it that way. And I also want you to know, I am going to be a Royal Crown Diamond, just letting you know. And I know that you all have your goals as well. But it isn't about the money. And this is what they were saying on Saturday. It is not about the money. It is not about the $50 that you make on the PSK. It says this business is not about the money. You will earn the money. You will earn the money, but don't focus on the money. Focus on taking care of the people. It is about the person that you will become because of this journey. Did you guys have anything else for Friday night?
I just feel like Friday night, she really talked about so much about how we all of us have been indoctrinated to not question, not think for ourselves, accept truth as truth, even if they're not real. And I used to tell my kids, dare to be different, dare to jump into the unknown waters and explore the truths that are waiting for you. Because the things that people want to, I homeschooled, so I had the blessing of doing that, but the truths that are awaiting you, if you will actually step out of your comfort zone and explore, will blow your mind. It's the same way with our business. We have to be willing to step out of our comfort zone into that unknown place. One, you're going to grow so much. We always grow more when we're out of our box, right? Out of our comfort zone. And two, that's where you're really going to make the biggest impact. And so Friday night to me was a lot about the indoctrination of our culture and daring to be different. So
Love it. Love it.
And one other thing that she said, and I wrote this down, is that it only takes 1 degree of shift in order to shift the trajectory. So 1 degree can shift your trajectory into large, what did she say? I wrote that down. Will create contagious momentum. 1 degree will shift the, boy, I thought I wrote that down. 1 degree will shift the trajectory. That's what I want. So if you want more, if you want to move, all you got to do is move 1 degree, and that's not much.
Well, and you know, I appreciated after they talked about reaching out and connecting and having a right mindset and not being about the money, but being about the people. Aaron Rodgers went into closing, and I thought this was epic. She said, earn the right to close. Earn the right to close. And what she meant by that is you have earned the right to close because you have earned their liking you and their trusting you and their respecting you. You know, I'm just going to use Carrie as an example because she's a chiropractor and she has to see people on a regular basis. And you have to be not only good at what you do, you have to master your skill of chiropractic, but you have to be a real people person. You have to be kind. There are some people who, you know, the slightest little adjustment in there, feeling a burning pain down their arm. Am I right? I know, I go to a chiropractor every week, so I believe in them. So you have to be kind. They have to trust you enough that even though their arm is burning, what you're doing is good for them. What you're doing is good for them. So she has earned their trust. And it's those kind of people that keep coming back to Carrie. And it's those kind of people that are going to keep coming back to you. Earn your trust. This might be on, you might earn the right to close. This might be on a premium starter kit, but it could be just closing them on giving you their information. She was talking about closing them on every aspect. You're closing them on you when you're getting them to listen to you, like you. Or you're closing them when they finally feel like they can share with you. Right? Yeah. So it's important that you get their information. It might be that you close on them to attend a class. But they're only going to do that if they respect you, they like you, they want to be with you, and they trust you. Remember that. She also said, again, this is not about the $50 that you're going to get for signing someone up with a PSK. Always in this business, think long term. If they say no at your close, whatever that close is, remember that no is not forever. It's just no right now. So don't be discouraged.
She had about 10 or 12 bullet points, Erin did.
Yes, she did. That was number 1 and 2.
Number 1 was form the relationship to learn about the product, wasn't it?
We all got to close.
What's that?
We all got to close.
We all got to close.
That's what number 1 was on closing your prospect, earn the right to close.
Yeah.
And then number 2 was, this is not about the $50.
Yep.
Think long term. And then number 3 was set a goal for every single encounter that you have. So if you're going to message somebody on Facebook in a group, like we were talking about, what is your intention? Set your intention. What is your goal? Jillian, did you get any more out of that? You're muted, Jillian.
And we missed Bethany's too. She was actually first on Saturday morning, so we'll go back to that, don't you think?
Okay, I didn't know that.
Let's keep going with Erin right now. But I think we missed Bethany, and she was good.
Bethany is always amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Erin's always amazing too.
I agreed.
So yeah, number 3 was set goals. Number 4 was close the one-on-one mindset matters. Is that what you have for number 4?
Yes, your mindset matters.
Yes.
And she said in no uncertain terms, ask for the sale. And
Yep.
I have said that
Yep.
many, many times that, I hear so many people say, I've spent so much time with that person and I told them all about the oils and they were really, really interested. And I mean, I've been working with her. She's been a friend of mine for 2 years. And all of a sudden she signs up with Susan. She signed up with Susan probably because you never asked her for the sale. And it's so easy to ask for the sale.
So one thing that really struck out in this point for me with Erin, raise of hand if you've ever held a class. Have you held the class? Jillian, April, Carrie, have you guys ever held a class at your home? Yeah, so here's the thing about when you hold a class. When you hold a class in your home or on Zoom or on Facebook, people come expecting that you're going to ask for a sale. Like they know they're coming to an oils class, just like you would know you're going to a Pampered Chef class or a candle class or a basket class, whatever it happens to be. They know that they're coming there and that they know that you are going to be asking for something. They come and they've taken the time out of their schedule to come to your class, to listen to your class, to invest this time, and they're expecting you to close. And if there's awkwardness, it's on your part because they're coming expecting for that. So listen to the people as they're engaging throughout the class. Find for ways to engage them for the class and know that at the end of that class, they came knowing that you were going to do this. And really, if you don't, it's more on you than on them. And so that was really transformative. There were so many little points that people made throughout the whole weekend that really hit me hard. And that was one of them, because you think, oh, now to close, it's so awkward. Like, how do I ask them? And it's like, Lee, they just came and invested 60 minutes of their time on 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning when they have a family and a whole lot of other life. They darn well know that you're going to ask for a close. They know that you're going to present this. So, hello, present it. So anyway, I don't mean to jump in, but that's something that really stood out to me.
No, I appreciate that. And the reason that we have classes every single week is so that you have an opportunity to bring people who know, like, and trust you to come and learn about how they can use the oils. They already know the deal. They're coming to a class, they're going to learn. So if you are the person who invited them, you close them immediately after the class. The problem that I see with these classes is that y'all aren't bringing new people to learn. Even when I do a basic, 101. And I think that you're missing an opportunity to get a free training for the people that you care about.
Yeah.
So that's at that point, you call them up and say, what was your takeaway from that? What did you like best about what you learned about the digestive system? And they're probably going to answer something like, well, now I know how important it is to get enzymes. Now I didn't realize that peppermint and this oil digest was so effective. Yes, it is. And it comes in your kit. So let's get you started. Let's just do this now. You've waited and you put it off, but you know what? we need to do this now. And just put a little bit of urgency to it and let them know how important their health is to them.
I think what brings it all together, as you're saying that, is one, be consistent. Two, use the systems that are in place. She talked about that on Sunday. Use the systems that are in place. So one of the systems that we have in place are the Tuesday night calls where if you don't feel that you can teach a class yet, you have others who can. And you can use the system that your upline has in place to invite them. And the other thing that Jordan said that really stood out to me was, she said that she really doesn't sell the oils. She's there to fix the problem. I think Christina has said that in the past. You know, when you're approaching people, when you're building relationships like Leah's talking about, you're meeting people, you're building relationships, you're learning who they are, they're learning about each other, you're watching them on their page and all that. And then when a situation arises, then you use Young Living to help answer, be the solution to the problem. So look at it that way, where we have answer to everyone's problem, whether it's financial, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whatever it is, we have the answer. So as we're building these relationships with these people, we have to work that in and say, you know, so we are the solution to their problems. So like Christina said, if you're not a people person, then you may not take time to notice things about them. If you're so much about yourself, always talking the most, the person that speaks the most loses. If you're always talking about yourself and how many children you have and what you did last weekend, and always turn the conversation back to them. You always want to put the focus and the spotlight on them, learn about them, make them feel important. That way they'll open up. That way you can be the answer to their problem. So that's what I got from what was said this weekend, basically.
And
oh my gosh, I love you. I love you. Yes. That was so beautiful. What a great recap. Thank you.
yeah, that is. And the thing is that the way that we get them to talk again is by asking them questions. Asking them questions. Another thing that they mentioned was me tooing. And I loved the me tooing because how many times are you engaged in a conversation with somebody and they say, you know, I've been out picking okra all morning. You know, I've been in my garden. Oh my gosh, me too. That okra grows so fast. I can't believe how much okra I have harvested this season. You know, and when you me too, you forge a stronger connection. That is your connecting moment. Any other examples for me tooing, ladies?
There's so many, but you know, I mean, I've taught that to my group for a lot of years, is me too. And here's the thing. You have to understand that your close for the sale and your close for all that begins right at your first hey, right at your first hello, because you're listening and you're engaging, and all those little bits of information that they're giving you at the beginning because you're asking questions and you're putting them in your memory bank. Take your mind wise, take your various cedarwood and vetiver to get your brain working. You're racking those up so that when you're hosting your class in live or in person or in the grocery store, when you're just meeting somebody, you which is a little bit more cold market, but you're able to throw out those times because you remember that mom told me they're having a hard time to sleep. They're getting their baby to sleep. And you're like, okay, I don't know about y'all, but getting my kid to sleep before 10 o'clock at night, right, is like a nightmare every night. And so then they're thinking, oh, me too. And part of that just comes from the mental notes that you're taking all the time about all the different people that you're engaging with. And the Me Too in the grocery store, I think, is a farther lecture. It's one of Bethany's favorite lectures that she does. I've heard her do it several times, but yeah, you're finding those moments, and the way you find those moments and the way you find those connections place is by asking. And I think it was this weekend, and I don't know who it was, but you always ask 2 to 3 questions before you ever offer anything up to them.
That was Terry, and that was in the panel. Terry Seacrest was in the first panel, and that's her rule of thumb. You know, always ask a minimum of 3 questions.
Yeah. And that's such a good rule of thumb, because through that, you're going to gain information at the beginning of your class, in Zoom, in person, wherever you happen to be encountering this person, and you're collecting and you're gathering information all the time so that you, when you present your stuff, you can basically create those Me Too moments by giving them places of connection, of relation, by speaking to their pain points, by speaking to their hardship, and allowing that to happen. So, oh my gosh, was it Jillian who just spoke? I love you. You're my BFF.
So that was number 5, was ask questions, Me Too, find areas that you have in common. That was number 5. Number 6 was choose your words wisely. Relate to the person you're talking to, be authentic, create trust.
When you're choosing your words wisely, one of the things that she stated was, don't say, so when you decide to get this kit,
right?
Always say, you know, can you see that diffuser on your dresser? Can you see, oh, I can see that diffuser in your living room. Can you see your diffuser, your new diffuser in the living room? Get them to visualize what it's going to be like to start using their diffuser and to start using their oils. So get them imagining themselves, and don't ever use the word when. Always use, you know, like
present tense.
When, oh, always use the word when, but not if.
Yeah.
When you get your diffuser, you're where ask the question, where are you going to put it?
Yeah, so begin to plant the seed of their imagination of saying, you know, I have mine at my bedside table. You know, I have mine on my bed. I have one in my children's room. Where are you going to put yours? You know, plant to get them to start.
Thanks, Jillian. That's exactly what she said. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So it has to go along with those Me Too moments. If you create those situations where they're connecting with you and they're Me Tooing with you and they're relating to everything that you're presenting because you've been done a really good job of listening to them, then you can throw out with, yeah, so like when you get your diffuser, where do you see you're putting us up? Or when you get your kit, which one of those oils is going to be the first one you're going to reach to support your little son or to support your daughter or support that sleep, whatever it is that they've shown you with. Get them in that situation, get that kit in their house visually so they can see it, so they can relate it, taste it, feel it before it's even there. And they're like, oh, I need this in my life. And you have the power to create that feeling and that vision within them if you choose your words in the way that they should be spoken.
Okay, number 7 was remember the 3 H's. Health, home, and holistic. What are some of the areas in your health or your home that you can take a holistic approach?
She says, I want to know everything I can about the person that I'm talking to. I want to know what their home life is like. I want to know what their health is. You know, if they're really healthy, how are they supporting their health, and can they be supporting it even better?
And how can I help you?
So I want to know everything about them in those 3 areas: health, home, and holistic support. Thank you, Sandy. That was great.
And number 8 was learn to edify. Transfer the belief of the people or the person that you're giving the class into transfer the belief that you have in the person that's presenting into the people that are in the audience. Transfer that belief, edify them, lift them up. Let your audience know that these are the experts that are talking.
Well, and one of the things that Erin went through is she kind of went through how she gives a class. And
Yeah.
so the example was that she was invited into somebody else's home to give a class for them. And you know that if you're in my group and you want to have a class, I am always there for you. And I know Lee is always there for her people. And I know that Sandy's always there for her people. And so when you're ready, not if, when you're ready to have a class, we're going to be there with bells on. And when we come into your home, we're not going to know anybody in that home. We're not, only you. We're not going to know your friends. I'm not going to know your friends. So by you edifying me, they already trust you. They know you and they like you. Otherwise, they wouldn't have come. You have to transfer that feeling, that trust, onto me by edifying me.
Yes.
That was the example that she was giving.
That's perfect. That's exactly what she did.
Yep. And she went on to, say, well, I'm in the home and I'm starting to set up my stuff, and you're feeling, it's normal. You're feeling a little bit intimidated because you don't know anybody. And so she said, even her, and here's a Royal Crown Diamond, it's gorgeous, right? She said, sometimes you just have to force yourself to smile and to say, hi, I'm Erin. What's your name? I'm here because I'm going to be giving this class for Lee, and just force yourself to not crawl up in the corner and just play with your oils as you're setting them up, but reach out to the people. Reach out to the people. So that was part of her.
Yeah.
The beauty of that whole scenario was that she was teaching you how to give a class. And we can't do all of that tonight in 1 hour. But I do want to tell you, we're gonna continue to recap for another 15 minutes. But what I do want to tell you is that in about a week, we're going to be getting a lifetime availability to this Diamond Bound 6.0, which is what we watched. And it is literally priceless.
Yeah.
I was thinking about we paid $255 to see this weekend. And I did miss some of it. And I think, Jillian, you missed a little bit of it too. But I knew in my mind that I would have an opportunity to see it again. What I'm going to do for my team, and anyone else who wants to join us, of course, we will have a replay for you on segments on our nights of training. Or I might have to do it on other nights because my schedule goes out to the end of the year. And if you're interested in that, I encourage you to keep an eye open for when we get those and when we start to play them, because they are unparalleled in the content that was offered. So you were on number 9, Sandy.
Yeah, and that was remind them of what they said. Like, based on what you told me, this is what, and then tell them what they need, because they're looking for that. You need to have a starter kit. Based on what you told me, it sounds like you need a starter kit in your home. You need to have these oils. You need to have a diffuser. So you basically remind them of what they told you during your conversation.
Whenever you have a class, always keep it open for them to ask a question about a certain oil, if this oil is good for digestion, if this oil is good for sleep. The only reason that Jillian is here today with me is because I said that peace and calming will calm down overactive children, or children that were, you know,
Yep.
wild as
And I
all
have
get out.
1,
She
2,
said,
and 3.
she said, I don't care what it is, I want that. And so, you know, we answered a need.
Yes.
We answered the need. And I continue to remind her, remember, you're in this business because you wanted something for those children. And now she's got a senior in high school. And they were just little.
They were babies, huh?
It was unbelievable. Yes. So you want to remind them what they said. You want to, if they said, I'm just tired of being overweight and no energy and, you know, brain fog, and I'm just not able to function like I did 15 years ago. Remind them. Remember when you told me that you are just tired of the lifestyle that you're living right now? Well, we can change that. And this is when you offer a 90-day health plan. This is when you make sure that you take the time to walk them through a plan so that they can change their life. You know, again, we tend to focus on the wrong thing a lot of times. A sale, getting a kid in their hand. This is a business where we are here to truly help people from our heart. This is an opportunity. So we need to take advantage of it. Are you on number 10?
Number 10, Lee, what did you have for number 10? Did you number them? I'm a note taker and I like to bullet things. And when they said number 10, I didn't write it down.
Well, I went from 8 to 9 to 11. So I don't know where number 10 went, but 11 was you will deal with obstacles.
Handle obstacles. That's what I have for number 11 too.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And handle obstacles. Yep.
Always show the person value that you're closing.
Yeah.
And a good way to do that is I've said this 100 times, if not more. This is a $465 kit for $165. That is the value of this kit retail. This is the retail value. If you were to buy each oil separately and the diffuser separately, they're literally giving you a free diffuser. This is such a good value. And you're always, always wanting to edify the value of the product or the value for them. This will make a difference in your life. You will get more energy if you drink Ningxia Red and take multigreens. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. And when you are that passionate about it, and then you say, let's do this, they're gonna follow you. They want you to tell them what to do. So make sure your confidence level is on par, because network marketing works.
Oh, I know what number 10 was. Number 10, she said, never say, let me know. Don't never end the conversation with somebody said, let me know. Let me know what? You know, that's really what the person's saying. They will never contact you if you say, let me know if you're interested. Call me later. Or you have to pin them down and you need to close on their information. So
at a minimum, absolutely. If they're willing to, if they're about to walk away and after you've said, well, let me know, you know, don't ever say, well, let me know, because that's just not a great way to end the conversation. You know, let me send you a sample. Let me have your information so I can send you a sample. Or I can send you let me have your information so I can send you some information. I'd like to send you
the bare minimum, you know, and then get back with them, follow up. So that's what number 10 was. Don't say, well, let me know what you want, or let me know.
Let me know when you want to, get your kit.
Yeah.
Don't ever say those words. Oh, just
Right.
let me know. Because
Just
what
let
you're
me
doing
know.
is you're putting them off.
Yep.
And then they're going to go to Susie. Remember Susie? And they're going to buy a kit from Susie.
Can I hop in really quick?
Yes.
So in my other life, I'm a personal trainer. So as a personal trainer, you're always selling yourself. You're selling a service, but you're selling yourself in so many ways. And I'm so thankful because of all the training I've had there, because it's really helped me with my closing for my business. Because I think it's only human for us to kind of negate what we're saying. Like, so what do you think? Are you ready to get going? So how about getting that kit? How about, what would be a good time when we get together, we can get that kit? And we're always putting it off into the future rather than speaking in the now and speaking in the affirmative versus like, hey, let's go ahead and get you that kit right now so you can get going and I can plug you into all these groups. Hey, I can't wait for you to get started. I've got the app pulled up on my phone. It takes just a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and grab this. Which diffuser are you interested in? And speaking in the affirmative, speaking in the power of now, and speaking in the close, whether it's being a little bit wishy-washy. Again, you have to remember, if there's awkwardness, it's you, right? Because they've come to you knowing that you're the oily person, you're the oily guru, and that's what you're going to bring forward. So know that that's what they're thinking, know that's what they're expecting, and go ahead and seal the deal, and don't be wishy-washy putting it off. No more are you going to say, so what do you think? Are you ready? It's, hey, let's do this right now. I got the app.
And that's how she ended it. That is how you end the close. That's this was powerful stuff. I'm glad we spent some time on this, because how many of you out there, how many of y'all have trouble closing? Yep.
Only one.
I did.
But
My
no more.
My
We are all closers. We are all closers.
My trainer would follow me, and he would say, like, this person was going to buy this. We called it a jump start in our gym, and they were going to buy this. She was going to buy this, whatever. And I wouldn't close the deal. And he'd say, okay, tell me. I'd say, but I was so solid. And my manager would say, tell me exactly what you said. And it was more like, so after you get back to your husband, let me know. Or like, and it took a lot of work, you guys. It took a lot of work. It doesn't come naturally. It goes against the flow of everything we know, because we're trying to be so kind and so polite and so courteous. And it's not mean though. It's just assertiveness. It's never aggressive. It's assertive to say, for me, it was like, hey, let's go ahead and get this, let's get your jumpstart set so that we can get the dates on the calendar for you to come back next week. And for some reason, that was so hard for me to learn. But once I learned it, I had a 95% turnover from their free session into packages. But it took a little work. And I'm telling you, if you will master that, you can have that same type of closing in your classes, no matter whether they're a coffee date or online or whatever. If you will get to that point where you are affirmative in your close, never aggressive, always assertive, knowing they're expecting it, no more awkwardness, and just do it because you are changing lives.
You are blessing them is what you're doing.
The only reason we don't take that positive approach, Lee, and the positive approach is being assertive, not aggressive, being concise, using your words. The only reason we don't do that is because of our own limiting beliefs.
Yep.
That's why it's so important to get your head right, to get your mindset right. If you want to become more, if you want to have more, success isn't something that you pursue. That's like trying to chase butterflies. Success is something that you attract because of the person that you have become. That is a Jim Rohn quote, and I live by that. So if you're not getting the results in any of these areas with your business, then you need to work on you. You need to get your mind right, or you'll spend a night in the box. That's what Cool Hand Luke said.
Good job,
As we
Lee.
get ready to close,
You you said it exactly how they said it. Good job.
Jillian?
one of the quotes that the second panel on Saturday, or you guys remember it, the sin of the something is knowing where the water is. The sin of the desert.
The sin of the desert. Yes.
The sin of the desert, knowing where the water is and not sharing it. And that's us.
Repeat that again. The sin of the desert is not
knowing
where the water,
but not sharing it.
And not sharing it. Yes.
And that's, we know they need the starter kit. We know they need the Ninja Red, the oils, whatever. But if the sin is on us when we don't share it. So if you think about that, you can't be scared to close, because you are withholding water from someone who's dying of thirst. And that's a sin. So if you won't close somebody, then you're doing them a disservice. So think about that the next time you're afraid to seal the deal. I wrote that down, like, oh man, the sin of the desert is knowing where the water is, but not sharing it. I forget who said that. She said on the end.
Yeah. That was so powerful. I wrote it down too. I wrote it down again because I want to memorize that. Yeah.
That's worth memorizing. So to wrap this up tonight, I know that everybody has done a great job contributing. Thank you so much, ladies, for contributing to those who didn't get an opportunity to listen. But I will tell you that we are not doing any justice to what we saw. I mean, do you agree?
It was powerful session.
Powerful.
We just covered 3 sessions out of how many there were.
Yes, well, it was 3 days. It started at, I think, 5 o'clock on Friday night, and it went till about 9, and then it was all day Saturday, and Shelley was supposed to be on tonight because she watch partied with me. We watched all day Saturday, and then Sunday they had church, and then they had session 4, the last session, on Sunday. And so we're going to break it up, and we're going to start sharing it with you guys, because I know that you need this training. Do you agree? Those of you who are on, do you agree that you need this training? Carrie?
Yes.
Yes.
And I have a question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Just based on what we shared tonight, whether you were at Diamondback or not, like, just based on what Sandy said, Jillian, Christina, like, let's be honest for a moment and just be open. What's your biggest takeaway and what you could apply in just what we talked about tonight this week? Because there was a lot of points. I know.
I want everybody to answer. So just unmute yourself and give us an answer. Thank you, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to close them.
No,
while you're thinking about what I want to say, people, one of the things that Jordan said is it's great to take notes, but you have to implement what you've learned. So bringing back stating your takeaways, a way to reinforce what you've learned. So
Debbie McMaster, you've unmuted yourself. Could you share?
Yeah, if I can remember what it was I was going to say. I think reaching out, trying to connect with other people is something we could do immediately.
Yes, very good. Yes. Kudos to you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I did listen to part of it on Saturday morning, but you guys brought out points that I missed. So.
Oh, there's so much. So
right.
Yeah.
Oh, did you plug in, Debbie?
Thank
I
you
did
so
Saturday
much.
morning, yeah, but I didn't see any of the rest of it yet.
Well, and we missed a whole section Saturday morning of Bethany talking about cold marketing. That was good too.
I've got a few notes from her.
Oh yeah, I got 3 pages of notes on Bethany.
Yeah, she's
Right
great.
big though.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, Debbie. That's awesome.
Yes,
Thank
Oh,
you.
well,
Yes.
thanks you all for allowing me to join.
absolutely. Any, Diane, we haven't heard from you.
I wasn't on there Saturday, so I'm just getting on the call. But I
No,
didn't
no,
get
I'm
on.
talking about what is your takeaway? Lee was asking, what is your takeaway from tonight's call? What was the thing that stood out the most that you can implement?
Closing. I like what she said about, closing, like when you get somebody that's interested, go ahead and, like she said, I like the part where she said about, I'll get back with you, or, go ahead and do it while the person is interested. So I did like that.
Yes, very good. Very good.
Yeah, but look, because I have been guilty of doing that and say, well, I'll get back with you, and they never do. So yeah, I did like that.
Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how they put, they put you off. They'll say, let me talk to my husband, or you don't have to talk to your husband about getting a diffuser.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's just an excuse. So, that's when you learn to bring back to them, keep reminding them why it is they want this in the first place.
Exactly.
But you said that you really need this for, to help you sleep. So why would you put it off? You can ask them that question.
Exactly.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much, Diane. I appreciate you.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Diane. That's so awesome. It definitely takes practice though, girl. For
Yes,
sure.
it does. And because my daughter is a prime example. When I finally got her in and I did get her to commit. She didn't do the 100 PVs yet, but I did get her to commit to the 50. So every month I have to remind her,
That's a great start. Good job.
Right, because she didn't commit, so she did commit to the 50. But like I tell her every month, oh, well, I got all, no, you need thieves, honey. Your kids go to school. Young one go to daycare, even though it's a smaller setting in the daycare, but you need thieves. You also, I said, if you would like to, because we can't go inside the daycare, I told her maybe you could talk to the owner of the daycare about diffusing thieves in her daycare.
Yep, for sure. My best friend has managed to get diffusers at small little school, and they've got diffusers in every single classroom.
Exactly. So I was telling her, so she thought, yeah, that is a pretty good idea.
You're rocking it, girl.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. How about you, Janet?
There's quite a bit there. I've been in other direct sales, and a lot of this is repeat for me, but a lot too is the confidence in myself that I have to work on. And don't focus on the money, focus on the people.
Exactly.
There's another point here. But I do like the closings too. The way they close, you have to be more assertive and not wishy-washy.
Confidence is a really big thing, and we need to make sure always checking that we've got belief in ourselves, belief in the product, and belief in the company. And a lot of it comes, the company and the product speak for themselves, and a lot of times it comes down to confidence and belief in ourselves. But I can tell you, the fact that you're here, the fact that you're desiring to grow, I don't even know you, but you're here, you're giving up a Tuesday night and not watching debate prelims and stuff, right? Means you care and you're interested and you're invested. So good on you, lady.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Okay, Carrie, we haven't heard from you yet.
Well, my biggest takeaway was the confidence thing. It always goes back to that. So the confidence, being able just to sit down and talk about it. And then you said you have to be a people person, and I am a people person, but then knowing what to say and then getting my words confused, and yeah, confidence.
Confidence, yeah. And it is something we honestly have to work on every single day.
Exactly.
And what I have found in my own personal life is that if I don't work on it every single day, I will lose the bead like that. I will start slipping downhill. It's like a slippery slope. I have to put my mind on something right every single morning. So I take that time to get that mindset. And then if during the day something happens, then I come back to whatever it is I'm studying, if I'm reading or if I'm listening to an audio. I went through TIR with Pam and thinking into results, and then lead the field. And now I'm going through a course called The Science of Success. And I listen to these audios every single day. You literally have to saturate your mind with this stuff. And there's so much free out there on YouTube. Anything by Bob Proctor, anything by Earl Nightingale, anything. There are so many mentor gurus that are giving our minds the message that it really, truly needs. So just make a commitment to yourself that you're going to listen to something on your drive to work. I do it on my walk every morning. Before you plunge into your day, because I will tell you, if you don't do it before you plunge into your day, you will not do it. You will not do it. And if you wait until the last thing before you go to bed at night, you'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing the thinking into results too. I'm on my second round, but yeah, it's kind of overwhelming, but it's a good overwhelming. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and
a lot.
Carrie, you are amazing. Carrie, you are worthy. You are wonderful. You have what it takes to change lives, to change your lives, and to impact this world for just powerful goodness. You do, and you've just got to know that inside of yourself. And I think that's a lot of what Friday night was. We're so indoctrinated to think that we aren't worthy, but you are. You have an amazing creator that created you for a purpose. And step up and live it, girl, because you got it. You rock.
Oh, thank you.
absolutely.
I appreciate that.
You have it within you, Carrie. You definitely have it within you. So,
well, thank you.
And surround yourself with people who believe in you. That's
okay.
us. We believe in you. I want more of you. I miss you. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I miss you too. I've been working a lot on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, but yes, I miss you too, and I'm gonna try. I try.
Good. Kevin, we want to hear from Kevin.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. My biggest takeaway is when you first get into business, people talk like you shouldn't be so salesy. But that's my biggest problem is when I talk to people, I'm not a beggar. When they're ready, I expect them to ask for the product or kit or whatever. So And
so what is the realization here, Kevin? What are you seeing that maybe your belief wasn't in alignment?
Well, I just gotta, I guess, ask for a sale, I guess.
Yeah, but in a way, like Lee said it perfectly, in a way that's not aggressive, but with confidence that what you're giving them, Kevin, is exactly what they need.
I'm aware of that, but they don't know that.
Well, that's when you ask questions about their health and you know what it is that they're wanting to fix. in their life, and then reiterate that back to them. Well, you said that you were having trouble sleeping, and here's the solution. Let's do this. You won't regret it. I will step you through it. You've got me as a resource. Give them value. If they say no, it's only because we didn't give them enough value.
Okay.
Friday.
I think if you are living the life and walking the walk and being a product of the product all the time, if they know you and they like you, they're going to trust you, right? And so when a situation arises, you're able to say to them, oh my gosh, I was there too. So this is the me too for you, right? You can turn those situations around and you can speak, I felt the same way too, or I was a little suspicious at first also, or whatever it happens to be. And then you can go from there into that, like, and it doesn't always have to be a kit with a $35 basic. It's so easy to build them a personalized kit. But I know that, and I believe with all of my heart that if you were to try cedarwood, vetiver, and whatever, like you can build a 100 PV kit for them with such ease now with that basic. I don't ever just sell a basic in itself 35, but I move them to up to 100 PV by personalizing it. And that way you're not looking like you're just trying to move a product, but you're really personalizing and catering to them and to their needs. Say, I know this is really going to make a powerful impact on you. So let's go ahead and get that placed today. And then I'm going to work with you and make sure that you know how to use these to the maximum benefit and get the most bang for your buck, or, something like that.
I appreciate that you brought that up, Lee, because one of the things that actually kind of surprised me is they talked a lot about customized kits this weekend.
Yes, they did.
More than I have ever heard. And I have always taught my people, my bad, because, we teach what we know, teach what we do. I've always said, don't ever, ever, ever sell a $35 kit, except if you're selling a raindrop kit with it, or an Oils of the Bible, because you're closing them on an Oils of the Bible class. That's a good way to start. And we have also customized kits when we've given them Zytos. They don't want the whole kit. They just want these things. So we get a $35 kit and we customize it. But they were really, touting customizable kits, because we are there to help them with a health plan. With 2 bottles of Ningxia Red, a bottle of multigreens, like you said, vetiver, some lavender, a bottle of frankincense, and let's get her done.
And not only that, but set them up for the next month too, for the first 3 months. If you can,
Ningxia Red,
if they can't afford everything when you're sitting down with them the first time, well, let's set you up then to get you the products you can't get this month, next month, and then the month after that. It's better to get them on ER, ordering what they need every month, than to not,
we all know the best of the best. Yeah, we all know the best of the best oils, like to really jump in, full immersion, get whole body coverage, head to toe, is through that PSK. But sometimes if you're asking the right questions and you're really listening, I've sold so many $35 basic kits, but I never sell it under 100 PV ever. Because what we do is I listen to them and we build their kit for them. It's just such a great option. And now they've added little oilers. They've added so many other kits, CBD, that it takes some of the guesswork out, but it's such a beautiful thing. And when you do that, they see you as hearing them, right? Because you're catering something to their needs, and they feel heard and they feel seen and they feel like listen to is the same thing, but I've found great success in it.
So Kevin, I really, really thank you for that comment, because it really spurred us to help you see it in a little bit different light. I hope that really helps you, because you had a great, comment. I really appreciate that. I was looking for my list of classes next week. What is my class next week? I don't know. I don't know where it's with my other calendar, I bet. Well, Shelly will put it out there. You guys will figure it out. But we're going to close for now. We're going to close tonight. I want to thank you for all your participation, each and every one of you. I know that April put in the chat box that she really needs to work on her confidence. And by taking the 5-day challenge, which actually started yesterday again, every month, Emma Haig offers the 5-day challenge. That helps you get a mindset and helps you with confidence. Listening to those YouTube channels that I was mentioning, Bob Proctor, every day before you go to work. Just learning to develop that confidence. And, and Janet mentioned that there was another takeaway, learning about them, their health, their home, their family, so that you can ask them questions. Exactly right, Janet. Thank you so much for that. And just thank you, everyone. I know that we could sit on here for 2 hours more and still not even cover the tip of the iceberg. But I want to thank you all for coming on tonight, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Good night.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Good night.
Thank you all.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.